Yeah, since I was really young, I wanted to be a singer or an actor or in the performance industry. And when I got to high school, I thought, I don't need school, I don't need books, I just need to be a famous actress slash singer. So I dropped out of high school when I was about 15, thinking that that's definitely what I want to pursue. You don't need a high school degree for it, I want to go for it. But as I started to discover, I started to do courses out of school and some more intense acting courses. When I started studying acting and music at a conservatorium was when I started to see how ugly it really could get. And at that time I wanted to audition for NIDA, and all of that study was preparing for auditioning for NIDA and these great schools that could give you so much and that would break you and make you. And when I asked my teacher about it, he said, what NIDA is about is completely destroying you as a person. Just every ounce of anything that's in you, we crush out of you, and then once you're completely destroyed, we build you back up from there. And I was actually asked, am I willing to go there? Am I willing to let go of every ounce of myself and be crushed? And that was a positive thing. Like, if you answered yes to that, that meant that you were serious about your career. And I struggled with saying yes to that. I thought, that sounds crazy. I thought there's surely got to be another way. And so I continued on with the study. But in that school, my teacher, he was so inappropriate in so many ways. The content he gave me was unbelievable. He'd constantly give me monologues for prostitutes and all really sexual stuff. And there was a lot of singing involved in it because it was all a part of performing. So at one point, we were pole dancing and singing at the same time. And I thought, is this someone's fantasy or is this actually a school where you're teaching us something? Later he confessed that he had a crush on me and that I was his, ideal woman. But it was just so inappropriate. And this stuff goes on in the arts and music industry much more because there's that free, spirited free love thing that goes on, and it doesn't go on if you went to study something like accounting. You wouldn't have that, and you'd have a sexual harassment suit on your hands if you did. But a lot of that kind of stuff seems to go on in this industry. It was disillusioning, the whole thing. It made me realise perhaps this isn't what I want to do. And people would say to me all the time, people would come up and say, you should go on one of those, music talent shows, you should go on Australia's Got Talent, you should go on The Voice, because people would hear me sing. But every time I watched those shows, I'd see that the people that got attention were the ones that created big dramas in their life and said, I'm doing this for my baby because my baby got cancer and had a heart failure and now I'm going to sing like I've never sung before. And I thought, I don't have one of those stories, maybe I can grab one of these stories. But obviously it's just not what feels right, creating this big drama. And then when they'd sing, it's all about evoking an emotion that makes people feel that same emotion. But nothing's about connecting to the joy in you and then sharing that. It's how much can you stir someone's pain and how much can you stir up in that person. And the more and more I looked at it in more depth, the more I thought, this is quite sick. Like, these people are getting up and their tutors are telling them, just think of the worst thing that ever happened to you while you sing this song. It's like, so they're trying to bring up their worst memory to evoke an audience to be really upset. And that is considered talent, and yay, woo, you've succeeded. I just find it to be very strange.